Picture this. It's 2013 and you just came back from school. You're feeling pretty stressed, so you decide to open up your favorite game, Minecraft. It's so calm, peaceful. You get to do whatever you want. You get to build, or you can fight. And you're sitting there, filled with nothing but pure joy and appreciation for this block game. Hi all, Purplex here, and today I'm gonna try to do a much more chill and relaxed video. So, without any further delays, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Minecraft. It was made all the way back on the 16th of May, 2009. And back then, it was known as Cave Game. The game itself has many similarities from Minecraft as we know it today, with the placing and breaking of blocks. This simple, imaginative game all started off with that one key idea. Let the player be able to express their creativity in-game through the blocks. Fast forward to the 11th of December 2010, and the first beta build would come out. Seeing as this is only 1 year since the initial release of Cave Game, the game's progressed immensely, and sort of even resembles what we have today. This version of the game just radiates nostalgia for some reason. Even from just a glance, you can really tell that this version is different from the modern ones. But why? Old Minecraft really has its own unique charm. You can see that it's similar to the game today, yet you view it as completely different. That charm given by playing an older version of Minecraft in general is something you can't really get from the newer updates. The game back then was so slow, and it really did allow for you to take everything in. Things such as the scenery, the atmosphere, and the lighting. And because there were no naturally spawning structures in the game yet, you didn't really have much of an incentive to go full on tunnel vision on finding a village or a temple for early game loot. Due to the addition of structures, most people don't really stop to take in the landscape and wonderful view of their world anymore. Nowadays, people only ever seem to focus on achievements, efficiency, and progression towards the endgame. I personally remember starting a Beta 1.7 world back in 2022. It was such a wonderful and calming experience. Every play session, I was only ever worried about what to build next, what I could do with my blocks. I never thought of massive iron farms or what I could do in 100 days. I just wanted to relax and do whatever I could think of. It was wonderful, and it really brought me back to the days of the Xbox 360 where me and my friends would make a ton of stupid mini games because all we wanted to do was to have and make our own fun. I remember one of the games we used to play involved making some super cool traps and seeing how well we could kill each other with our traps. In fact, while gathering footage for this video, I actually ended up making a new Beta 1.7 world, and spent a while in awe at how beautiful the game and the landscape is. I spent a genuine while exploring and gathering materials, and I even made a small hut and a farm. You know what? It was actually really fun. Another thing I realized is I never actually went to a cave once during the entire recording session. I simply stayed and admired the surface for what it was. In the short 20 or so minutes that I played, I ended up having so much fun I almost forgot I was recording background footage for this video. In fact, I even loaded up my world all the way back from 2022 and just couldn't help but feel so nostalgic over everything. Something about seeing all my past projects and builds in this version was so wonderful, and I spent a good 10 minutes wandering around my world. I even ended up placing a few signs to tell my world that, hey, I'm still here. I think that's what I love about the older versions. See, whenever I play the game today, I almost always start to feel demotivated. That's because I rush straight into the caves, get really good loot, and don't really get to experience the game for what it is. I also tend to compare myself to other people, with how amazing their builds are and how good and detailed they looked. But, like I said before, I don't really feel that way when playing the older versions. They have so much charm, and it's really amazing how a version that's almost 15 years old can spawn so much fun. Really goes to show just how much of a timeless masterpiece this game is. Another thing I just want to say is the old music of the game is amazing. It's so calming yet mysterious, and it fits with the vibe of older Minecraft so well. I've said calm a lot in this video, haven't I? Well, that's because one key thing that old Minecraft lets you do so well is actually decide on what you want to do. It makes you in charge of your own goals and ambitions. There isn't a right way to play the game. It seems like nowadays it's almost a requirement that every base has some massive villager trading hall or massive gold farms which gives hundreds of XP in an instant. But back then, I like to think that the game was so limited that the only actual limit to how you played the game was your own imagination. But now, with how much content and stuff there is in the game, the limit's no longer your imagination, but your own will to play the game. I mean, really, how many times did you as a kid restart your world? Is it more? Or is it less than how much you restart today? Personally, I think the only reason I ever left my old Xbox 360 worlds is because I simply got too busy. There's still an absolute blast to play on though, and every time I open the world, I get hit with such an intense feeling of nostalgia. The sounds, the lighting, all of it. It reminds me of when I was a kid, grinding away at the game to make my world truly unique and look amazing. I remember reading old books to increase my skill and maybe make me just a little bit better than my friends. But I just don't have that passion for the game anymore. And in fact, I don't see it in the newer players either. They just focus on speedrunning the game or moving from challenge to challenge without ever taking a second to stop and appreciate just how amazing the game around them is. They treat the game as more of a job than an actual game, maximizing efficiency over anything else. Now lastly, I just want to talk about old Minecraft not as a game, but as a media. Old Minecraft classics such as Don't Mine at Night, Fallen Kingdom, and Revenge. Old creators like Stampy, Squid, Dan, popular MMOs, the old animations, all of it. All of those songs and creators will be forever remembered because of just how much of an influence they had on the community. I personally remember coming home from school and watching Stampy every day. It was so amazing for me growing up, and despite him ending his Lovely World series, I think I was just happy that I was able to see it. And I think where I'm getting at with this entire video is that Minecraft is still Minecraft. It's still the same old game it's always been, just covered in a brand new coat of paint. Well, actually, a lot of coats. And even though those new flashy coats of paint look amazing or new, deep down underneath everything, it's still here. Because believe me, if you found this video nostalgic or something which brought back a lot of memories, then you as a person, have changed more than this sandbox block game. In the words of Dan,
what's also important is you guys aren't kids anymore. We've all grown up together over the past 10 years.